Good morning, dear students. How are you all? I hope all of you are very fine. In last class, we have discussed about the combustion. We have discussed about the combustion, what is combustion and the type of combustion. We have discussed two type of combustion, rapid combustion and spontaneous combustion. And we also discussed the flame. What is the color of flame? What is the color of flame of candle and color of kitchen stove flame? Now in today's class we will discuss the structure of a flame and what are the different properties of a flame. For explaining the structure of flame, we will discuss here a activity. In this activity, we take a candle, light a candle, and we take a holder, which is also known as tong. In this tong, we hold 4 to 5 centimeter long thin glass tube, and this glass tube introduced into the dark zone of non-flickering candle flame. This is a non-flickering candle which is kept in the dark zone. This is a glass tube. This is a glass tube which is held by a tongue. Now we put one end of this glass rod into a non-flickering flame. Now we take a matchstick. Bring a lighted matchstick near the other end of the glass tube. The question is, do you see a flame caught at this end of the glass tube after a while? If so, what is it that produces a flame? Notice that the wax near the heated wick melts quickly. Now it means the substance which vaporizes during burning gives flame. The substance which vaporizes during burning gives flame. In this candle is consist of wax. Now this molten wax rise through the wick and are vaporized during burning. This wax vaporized during burning and form flame. On the other hand, for example, we take a charcoal. Then charcoal doesn't produce a flame because the charcoal substance do not vaporize during burning. That's why it doesn't produce flame. So vapor of wax coming out of glass tube, the vapor of this wax, because this wax burning and burn, it produce vapor. This vapor pass out through this glass tube and be the cause the flame produce, and flame is produced on the other hand of the where we put a matchstick. So this wax vapor pass out through the glass tube and cause of the flame produced. Now we take another activity. In this activity, we take a lighted candle and we take a glass slide. This glass slide hold by the two tongue. Now we put this glass plate on the burning candle flame. Now what we will observe? We see a black spot produced on the glass plate. This black spot produced during the unburned carbon deposition, because the unburned carbon deposited on this glass plate. So this black color, this black spot is produced, this black ring is produced due to the deposition of unburned carbon particles which is present in the luminous zone of flame. Means the candle flame contain particles of carbon, unburned particles of carbon, and this carbon particles deposited on the surface of glass plate. Okay, means another property is that the luminous flame contain carbon particles. Luminous flame contain unburned carbon particles. Now we take another activity. We take a copper wire. We take a thin long copper wire. ठीक है, we take a thin long copper wire. Then hold this copper wire with a tongue. Now this copper wire we put in the non-luminous zone. This is non-luminous zone. This is non-luminous zone. This is luminous zone. This is luminous zone, and this portion is non-luminous zone. So we put the copper wire in non-luminous zone for about 30 seconds. Now what we will notice, we will notice that the portion of copper wire just outside the flame get red hot. Why? Because this non-luminous flame contain high temperature, and this high temperature passes through the rod, and the rod become, this glass wire become red hot. This is the another property. So the first property we will discuss, when we burn the substance and substance produce vapor, then this vapor is very helpful for producing flame. Now second property we will discuss, when we take a glass plate on the luminous flame of candle, then luminous flame produce a black spot on the plate. This black spot due to the presence of unburned carbon particle which is present on this luminous flame. Now another property we have discussed, this flame contain two parts. This is a luminous flame and this is non-luminous flame. Non-luminous flame contain high temperature. Non-luminous flame contain high temperature. This high temperature passes the rod and rod become hot. So this is the another property of flame. This is the another property of flame. So if we discuss about the structure of flame, so this outer zone completely combustion. This blue portion, when we burn a candle, a small blue portion appear. This small blue portion means complete combustion. This portion means completely combustion portion. Okay, and this is the part is hottest part. This red part is hottest part. This is the middle portion which is moderately hot. Moderately means medium, which is not much higher, not less high. Okay, this is the moderate hot. Now this is the middle zone. This is the middle zone of partial combustion, which represent the partial. This yellow zone represent the partial combustion. This is least hot. This is least hot portion. This is least hot portion. This is wax, and this is innermost zone of unburned wax. This is the portion which is unburned, which contain carbon particles, which produce black spot, So it means flame contain three portion: outer zone, middle zone, and inside zone. Outer zone, which is completely combustible, which color is blue. This is the hottest part. This is the middle portion, middle zone of partial combustion, which represent partial combustion. It is moderately hot. And this is the inside portion, which is least hot, and it is unburnt wax, which produce black spot, which contain unburnt carbon particles. So flame contain three portion: outer, middle, and inner. Outer is very hot, middle is moderate hot, and inner is least hot. Outer portion, which contain a small blue color, means completely combustion. Middle portion yellow means partial combustion, and last portion is incomplete combustion, which is least hot. Okay, so this is the structure of flame. Now goldsmith scientists blow the outermost zone of a flame with a metallic blowpipe. This is a pipe, and with the help of this metallic pipe, blow the outermost zone of the flame. Okay, blow pipe for metallic, gold and silver. We take a pipe of gold and silver, then we blow. When we blow the red hot portion, then why do they use the outermost zone of the flame? Now this question we will discuss in the next class. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.